Hey friends. Right, so I was going to say that this is a great thing to do while GitHub is down, but GitHub is not down anymore. GitHub's back up. So yeah, that does, it's not necessarily going to stay up. Right now their status page still says it's down. But it just seems to be up for me. Anyway, we're going to be working on the full stack foundations workshop. This is probably not going to be very interesting for a lot of you. You're just watching me work. But if you want to watch, then have at it. It helps me stay on task to have people, or to be live streaming. So as always, I ignore the chat. And so come to Discord to chat. This is where we chat, is in here. So you'll find a link in the description. All right, so we've got styling web apps. That is done, I believe, up until, let's see, I think compiling CSS. Yeah, and then here, let's actually, I updated all the dependencies, update deps. So there we go. We can have that taken care of there. So where are we at? Just trying to think. Yeah, we're good. Solid. Okay, so the this is all based off of the web fundamentals workshop. We're just making it better. And so I decided we're probably not going to do route links, because everything here, what this workshop is basically doing is, and all of the workshops, is we're building the Epic stack. That's the idea. And so, yeah, now I remember one thing I wanted to do. Oh, I did. Oh, good. I just remembered I wanted to set up the dev server, the Express server, and I did it already. Oh, wait, no. That's the web app fundamentals. Okay, yes, I did do it. That's good. Okay, sweet. Because that was going to be annoying. I didn't want to have to do that. Okay, so we don't have any export const links. Yeah, we literally only have one links export in the Epic stack. Now, we are building the Epic stack, but I also am trying to demonstrate different features and things. And that's right, I remember now. I wanted to talk about the links when we start talking about routing. So yeah, we'll get to that. Then it was the CSS bundle. And we do have the CSS bundle here, but I don't know if it's actually doing anything. So let's pull this up and see what that CSS bundle looks like. Come on, there you are. Okay, so yeah, there is no CSS bundle. It's that explains why this can be undefined in some cases, because we're not importing any CSS at all. So let's do a console log of the CSS bundle, href, and come back over here, refresh. I think that, yeah, that's undefined. And that's because we're not importing any CSS. We're not using vanilla extract or CSS modules. And we don't have a use case for it. So now we have to think about, do we make a contrived one just to demonstrate it? Or do I just write a little blurb that says, you can also do this? Or, let's think about why is this included in the Epic stack? And the reason is so that people can start using those things without having to worry about configuring anything. And so we can do the same thing for us. We can say, hey, there's also this other thing that you probably are going to want to do because there are use cases for that. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll just put together a little example for that. All right, so also I forgot, I want to start, where is centered? Here we go. Let's get this going. Check this off, finish that. Yay. We're working on styling. I probably got another 20 to 30 minutes left on this. Oh yeah, and I also remember there's another problem that I was having here. Let's delete this right now. So in the root, we have our live reload, but without rendering scripts, live reload doesn't work. And so trying to think of what we could do. I think we're going to add scripts. Yeah, whoops. Here, let's just do this. Scripts. Let's check something really quick. I think the dev server I removed helmet, right? Yeah, the nonce is gone, so we don't have to worry about the nonce, which is good. Now, scripts, do I render the live reload? Yeah, at the bottom. So we're going to put live reload down there. Okay, great. So copy this and copy this, and then undo this. Then find what? Really? Oh, man. All right, fine. Well, here. Okay, all of those. And then scripts will come in here. And then we can probably find replace with this one. There we go. Okay, great. So now our live reload should work. Oh, and then also needed to adjust this. Yeah, there we go. That way live reload will work. And then when we get to the scripting step, we'll have this step actually remove the scripts to be like, hey, guess what? It all works. Now I want you to add the scripts back, and now we're going to give ourselves a good reason to have scripts in the app. So that's no problem. It'll be fine. It's not my favorite way to teach this. I normally like the mic drop moment of like, oh, guess what? Did you know that the entire time you've been working in this, there have been no JavaScript on the page? But yeah, that often leads to confusion anyway. So make live reload work. All right, let's see if I can push. Is GitHub up enough to push? Yes, it is. Very good. Okay, now that we've got that sorted, we can come in and add O5 problem bundling CSS. There we go. Come into the README. Whoops, that is the post CSS. Bundling CSS. Okay. Because we're laying the groundwork for our application. Okay, no, let's talk about the problem first. Often, while we build out our application, we'll probably have some need to import or to use a library that requires some CSS, a component library that requires some CSS to be added to the application. One or two of these are not a big deal, but our root TSX links export could get pretty big if we do this for a lot of components like this. So Remix Remix allows you to import CSS files that are bundled automatically. It's pretty simple. Import styles.css. Okay, this is tsx. This will be bundled. Import style sheet URL from styles2.css. And actually, it probably makes more sense to do it. You use the URL in the links export, and styles2, this will be bundled. So just import the CSS file without assigning it to, that's not a variable. It's not. It is, what is it called in AST world? Import thing from foo. It's an identifier, but it is a import clause. And this is a named import, but it's still import clause. Nobody calls it an import clause. Without an import clause, I think they'll know what I mean. The style sheet URL variable. Okay, it will be bundled into the for you. However, we are still responsible for everything on the page between the HTML and the HTML tags. So if we want the bundled CSS file on the page, then we need to make sure we add it to the links. Remix gives us access to that URL through a special package called, I can't remember, Remix, yeah, bring. Okay, great. We've got a callout info. Whoop. If you don't have any, or if you don't have any such imports, then CSS bundle href will be undefined. I hate that a lot. Okay, there we go. That I like better. So you'll want to handle that case. So nothing. So the browser doesn't load an empty file. Okay. Elf, where's the elf? There you are. I've added an import to a static CSS file just to test that things work in this exercise. Let's see what that will look like. Solution. And great work. Now we can use components that can easily add global CSS or add bundled CSS for our apps. This applies not only to CSS from component libraries that we import, but also to our own CSS components. Additionally, this applies to CSS additionally in Remix, Remix has built-in support for CSS modules and vanilla extract. Except those are going to be linked, so let's get those. Remix docs. Well, here, let's do CSS modules, vanilla extract. Which both the CSS of which will also appear in the bundle. Okay, and I want docs for this. CSS styling, there you are. Okay. And this should actually appear in here. Scroll, find the docs for this Remix styling docs for CSS bundling. Great. CSS modules. Well, I think that's sufficient actually. Well, yeah. I think we'll just link to that again. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Link to it again. If they're like, whoa, that's interesting, then they land right here and then boom, CSS modules. It's right there and vanilla extract. And CSS side effect imports. So, included in the CSS bundle will be CSS modules, vanilla extract, and side effect CSS imports. And now we can more reasonably have links to these. Okay, stellar. Now let's actually add this. Okay, so we bring this thing in. Okay, hold on a second. I want this to go up at the top. So it's a little bit more out of the way. Okay, great. So now we stick this below that. We say that, and then filter Boolean. Okay, now that's annoying. That should definitely work, and I think I know why it's not. We have our reset right here. That should handle that. But it's not, and I think it might be because I'm actually not sure why. Oh, I think I know why. Maybe that's why. No, still not a. Maybe. No. Okay. Okay. Well, that is troubling. That definitely should be loading the reset, which should solve for this. I wonder how that reset thing works. Let's go over here to Epic Stack, go into our types reset. Where's our Boolean? Yeah, filter Boolean. Okay. So if we dive into the filter call, that does not end up where it should. If I come over here and dive into our filter call, then that takes me to here. So for some reason, the reset is not getting applied. So these are not getting loaded. Those that include should definitely include these. What would happen if I did import types reset? Still doesn't like that. Well, that is definitely unexpected. Now that's interesting. It's not letting me dive into this at all. Do I not have this installed? Total. Oh my gosh, that's why. Good grief. Okay, so where's my total TypeScript? Okay, bring that into dev deps. I have to do it in kind of a funny way. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then now what do you think? How do you like them apples? Is that like a mean thing to say? I should probably find out if that's a mean thing to say. I think that's probably not a nice thing to say. All right. Okay, so now we've got that. We have to import a style, global.css. This is just for testing purposes. Okay, so how do I get people rickrolled with CSS? Let's see, how to rickroll someone with CSS. That is hilarious. Okay. So we could do like a background image. Sweet. Just had another person buy a ticket for these workshops. They're going to love it. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for this. I just remembered I also need to keep my phone keeping me on track. So let me get that started. Okay, start. Whoops. So let's see if we can get a Rickroll or Giphy. Yeah, here we go. Yes, that's perfect. So we do, no. Let's copy the GIF link. Man, that's huge. Can you do background image video MP4? Or let's see, CSS. I don't think you can use video for background image. But we can use the GIF. That's huge. Small. There we go. Now everything's better. Okay, so then we say body, background, URL. Okay, let's see if that works. I think that'll work. Import global.css. All right. And let's see where we're at. This is in the solution of 5. Are we on 5? We are not on 5. There we go. Solution, start app. Kabloo. Kablooey. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, interesting. Oh, right. Try that again. Oh, did I? I think it actually would have been fine. Whoops. All right, let's see what is going wrong here. This is complaining because, come on, give me a little tooltip or whatever. Unknown property name. Wait, hold on a second. Obviously, background image. That's right. There we go. Oh my gosh, that is so great. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. I didn't mean for it to repeat like that. I didn't think about adding don't repeat, but I'm totally gonna keep that. Oh my gosh, that is so great. This makes me so happy. Oh, good. So yeah, background image. Oh, that's so good, so good. Oh, that's so great. Okay. The Rickrolls. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Kelly's gonna have to say, did I get ya? What is a better way to spell getcha? I think that's how you spell getcha. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so awesome. I am so satisfied. All right, so we need to copy that into styles. We'll move global and copy that into here. And then our root, we're going to do import styles global CSS. And then we're going to say import the CSS ref here. Oh, where's our vest? Vicky or Lily the life vest. Life jacket. Yeah, that's our TypeScript thing. What's up, Jiria? Yeah, what's up? you've got a friend in Naruto. Tiger hasn't been around here for a while, but yeah, big Naruto fan. We've got some Naruto emoji in the Discord from him. All right. Feel free to handle the undefined case however you like. Or ignore the TypeScript error if you want. I'll show you how I handle it when okay, great. Yeah, so it's oh my gosh, that is the best. Oh, okay, so let me show you what this will be like for people. This is going to be so great. Let me just double check that we've got, yeah, everything's good. So they're going to show up here. They're going to say, okay, set the playground. Dun, 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 dun. And here, well, let's also add, well, no, we're good. So they'll click on this. They'll say, okay, let me open up this file. And all right, yeah, I'll import the CSS bundle href thing here. Good. And then I'll add rel style sheet. Yeah, bundle href. And sure, I'll handle the filter, boolean. Oh, actually, before they do all of this, let's go back. Before they do any of this, they're going to have the playground running. It probably will already be running right here. So they're like, okay, let me go do all this stuff. And boolean, nice. Oh, and let's say CSS bundle href. Otherwise, no. Great. All right, so then I think I'm done. Let me go check my work. Oh my gosh, I just got rickrolled. Oh, it's going to be so great. Spoiler alert for all of you watching right now, but this is, I am so thrilled. This is such a great idea. Ah, good. Yeah, and that's what it'll be like. And then they'll be like, oh, can't you jerk? And did I get you? Bah, ha, ha, ha. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, I cracked myself up. That's it. We've done it. So we do have one last knowledge gem that is related to what we're doing here, and that is having to do with the route-specific links, but we're talking about routing next, so that leads in perfectly. So with all that, now let's do this. Rick roll my attendees. Oh my goodness, that is the best. Okay, great. So I can now finally say that I've finished this. How long did it take me? Let's see, it'll show me in the group chat how long it took. 2 hours and 41 minutes. That is a lot more than the 40 or 20 something minutes I thought it was going to take. All right, so we're going to up my guess on routing to take 60 minutes. We'll see. I think that it will be pretty quick. I need to add a background on this. Like when you land on this page, while the iframe is loading, I think I can put a background on this that will have like a little loading spinner that just stays up all the time, and only when the iframe shows up does it get covered. I think that would be good. That way people land on this and they're not like, wait, what's going on? So, all right, sweet. So we've got our routing stuff. We talked about remix routes. It's awesome. And yeah, remix flat routes, all that stuff is good. So start learning. Could not find an app here. So let's get our apps in here. Starting with routing, problem routes. So in this one here, I actually want to get this one running also. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So routing, start learning. So we're just looking for the diff between problem and the solution. Okay, so for this one, we're just creating these routes. Now, we're not going to do host and renter stuff anymore, but we are going to do the index and the user page. So if I go to the Epic stack, we do have those routes, users, username, and yeah, we don't have an index, do we? Let's think about this. Okay, so what if we do have them create the, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I think we'll be okay. What if we have them create the users? Let me just check. Yeah, we got marketing stuff, auth. Yeah, I think we'll have them do users, username, and then the username folder with notes. So yeah, it'll be a little bit more than what we were doing before, but still really similar to what we were doing before, because what we were doing before was working great. So starting here with the solution from the last one, we'll come in here, but we are going to remove this, because as awesome as it is, I really don't think anybody wants to see that every time. So let's go and get rid of that import there. Okay, great. You know what? It would probably be useful in the problem for this to say, I imported this file, or no, this will be, I imported the CSS file for you. When you have it working, it'll be obvious. I promise. And then imp. Oh, that's so great. Okay, but over here, yeah, now it's 01 problem routes. I think that's what I call it. Yeah, just routes. And we'll do a lot of the same thing. Okay, do. And the routes we want will be users Cody / notes, and notes note note ID, a specific note. Ooh, now this is kind of tricky actually. Let's think about this some more. So this is going to be our layout. And then here's our index. Yeah, okay. So here's the challenge. I don't want to teach the file name convention. I want to teach the idea of routing. And so, yeah, there will be, the interesting thing about these routes is we have users and then username, but then we have an additional URL segment off of the username that is like the notes. But these routes under here should not be children of the username route. Hence, the username route does not have an outlet because it's not a parent. It's that's as far as it goes. So that's why we have this underscore there to say, hey, the children here do have the username in the URL segment, but don't have the layout, the parent as part of its layout. So we're going to be teaching a lot of concepts here The problem is there's like just a bunch of knowledge and stuff that you need to understand, which is actually a good thing. It's not bad at all. But yeah, it's just something we got to think about. So we have notes and node ID. The users or Cody's list of notes. The Cody's profile page. And for this, we'll create, the username or Cody. Here, actually, let's finish it, and then I'm pretty sure it'll still just be 3. So in the solution, we're going to need an outlet. Oh, that's unfortunate. Why are we not getting outlet? What? That's kind of weird. Okay, so we've got our outlet there, and then we've got Kilman, very interested in the routing section, I'm sure. It's always going to be tough to encode that without having some background knowledge. And yeah. So I have a couple ideas of how we're going to address this. I think one thing that I'm going to do is just say, this is hard, and I don't expect you to really get too deep into understanding the convention. It's not something that you memorize anyway. It's something you get familiar with, and that's fine. But even if you don't, you can always reference the docs. And just the most important takeaway is what I talk about in here, which is remix routes. That's the most important thing. Yeah, and I show that in here. I actually should probably see. Yeah, that's all fine. Yeah, okay. Cool. So anyway, what was I gonna, oh yeah, so on the solution, let's make our username, hold on a second. I think I called it users. Yeah, users plus, yeah, so we want this to not be, oh yeah, we do have users, there it is, okay, good. So this is users, and then username tsx. This is a remix component that is user, or actually no, in this solution we're going to hard code the params. So Cody, and we'll say this is a Cody profile route. And in here actually I can look at the diff. This is not a parent, so here we'll say, no, I like profile. Okay, and then we have Cody underscore plus index tsx. Break is coming up, okay. And we'll call this the note index. We also have, hold on, I think I'm missing, oh, right, this, sorry, it's kind of weird. So it's Cody plus, and then we have notes dot, yeah, yep. So this will be notes dot, and then notes .tsx. This is going to be our parent, so a little bit more like what this was. So notes route, notes. Yep, okay, that's good. And then notes. Okay, maybe we don't do no ID on this step actually. And in fact, maybe we don't do the index either. Let's just say some note ID. There we go. Yeah, I think that will be better. Notes some note ID tsx. That way we can present the index route alongside that. So this is some note ID, some note. All right, let's take a look at what this does. If we look at our solution, and it is technically break time, which I should take advantage of. So yeah, this is having a problem for some reason. Oh, right, I do that. I should have some script that watches this and runs the try again. Luckily, that's not something that learners are going to experience. So, okay, what's going on now? Oh, Path / defined by routes, users coding notes index. That is preposterous. Yeah, that's definitely not correct. All right, I'll figure it out after the break. See you in a bit. All right, let's continue. Yeah, so let's, oh, right, dang it. I don't want to work on this. What's wrong? That doesn't make any sense. Routes, users, Cody, notes. Hold on a second. Let me double check. We are using, yeah, we're using flat routes. So I'm not sure what could be the problem here, but presumably we'll have the same issue if we go into here and say npx remix routes. Yeah, so we can debug it faster this way. Let's minimize all the things. Whoops. Routes, users, Cody. So it's saying the notes index is the one it doesn't like. So if I change that, it's happy now. Nope. What? Okay. Okay. What the heck? So what if we make this username and username? Am I missing something silly? I'm sure I'm missing something. That's exactly what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Users plus. That's what it was. Yep, there it was. Yep. I bet that's what Kelman. Yep, there. Yep, thanks, Kelman. All right. And that, my friends, is why these file name conventions are not fun, but they are less bad than alternatives, in my opinion. I really actually like the file-based routing. But the cool thing is you don't have to do it if you don't want to, because there's convention or config-based routing. And in the future, there will be code-based routing. Stay tuned. All right, good. Got that solved. That's excellent. And so yeah, that's the way that's going to look when we're done. And yeah. We'll say some note ID. Let's start with the profile page. Do I talk about this much in here? Okay, so we're going to, right from the get-go, call out success. It'll be a green. It's not very important that you memorize the route convention. This is something you will become familiar with over time, and you can always refer back to the remix flat routes. Come on. I'm sure this is in my, oh man, okay, fine. Remix flat routes documentation anytime you need a refresher, sure. I think it would be a good idea to have some sort of visual that says, that describes the requirements from a layout perspective. From a layout perspective, we want the profile to be a full page layout and the notes page to not be nested within the profile page. Well, let's see. The root layout. Hold on. I just had an interesting thought. Is it possible to have, well, certainly possible, but no, never mind. I'm gonna sit down. Okay. To take up the full screen, the notes page should also take up the full screen, but the specific note should be nested inside the notes page. I almost feel like screenshots would be useful here. It could be useful to run the solution app and see what the final result looks like by clicking on the solution tab and running that app. Okay. Okay. We're going to create, 4 files. Cool. I need to sneeze. You know that feeling where you're like, I'm going to sneeze, and then you don't, and it's really frustrating. I still feel like I'm going to sneeze. It'll come, probably, eventually. Okay. Great, let me take a look at this. Did I? Huh, that's weird. This is not working. Huh. I think it's not happy with something. And we're not getting any error because I kind of silenced those. I think it's probably not happy with that. No? Weird. 0201. Oh, I'm in the solution. Whoops. All right. Great work. write more. Okay. There we go. Should arguably have like an icon for these. Yeah, we're not going to do that here. Okay, so let's start with we can put it in users underscore Cody or okay, and we're gonna do details summary click here for a rundown on what those characters mean here. The underscore is special character that tells remix flat routes that wait a second, I don't think we're using the underscore in here. Also, what is the red talking about? Yeah, we don't need the underscore here because we don't have a parent route anyway. Yeah, we're not doing the underscore. So the dot in users.cody tells remix flat routes that this is let's see, to separate the users and Cody by a slash. Yep. Does the same thing, except it allows you to use a folder instead of an extra long file name. There are use cases for both, or there are so that's the only difference. Sometimes in this exercise, we're going to go with the plus here, but we'll use the dot later or in another route. Yeah, okay, I think that's the way I want to do that. Kind of want this to be like call out muted. I think that's a thing. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Whoa. Could probably do a little better job in dark mode here. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks nice. Okay, great. Kind of feel like maybe that should be the default with details, is have a bar on the left side. Something to think about. Anyway. Okay, click here to make users Cody TSX, and that is still correct, except without the underscore, which is nice. We don't have to introduce the underscore at the same time we introduce the plus. Whoops. In this file, create a component as a default export. You know what? They don't need that. They just give them the whole contents, especially for the first time. Just make it much easier. Okay, so I think at this point it would be good to add some stuff to the root route for them so that they can see that the root route still has stuff on the page, even though, like, if you think about it, of course it does because we've got the HTML and stuff, but yeah, I think it would be useful to have at least like the logo and like the header and the footer in here. Hold on a second. Is there music playing? It's just very quiet, jeez. Okay, so we got our header. We got our outlet. Yeah, all this stuff. We'll remove stuff we don't want here in a sec. All right, so first of all, the iframe thing, where was that before? Yeah, before live reload. Scroll restoration, dang. We will add that later. That's fine to add later when we talk about scripts. That, we don't need this. We don't need the theme switch. Link, we can bring in. That's definitely something we want. Outlet. What happened to, I thought I had the outlet in here. Oh, no, I didn't actually. Yeah, we'll want to call that out actually. We've got an outlet. Yeah, we're not going to have this yet. Okay, cool. That's interesting. That got resorted. If I save this file, will it resort? Huh. Wonder why. Oh, right, because we haven't configured Tailwind in this project yet. Ooh. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's copy this over. What happened to my font? Oh, right, because I moved it. That makes sense. And Tailwind CSS. I should be doing this in the solution and then removing stuff in the problem. Let's do that. Okay, go to the solution. Stick this in there. Go to Tailwind config. Paste that. And cd into exercises 02 01 solution. And npm install this thing. And then do we have this too? What? Oh, right. Right. That's what it's complaining about. Do we have the Tailwind? Wait a second. Didn't I just install this thing? Hold on. we want both of these. Kind of questioning whether we need this in the Epic stack. We're not going to put it in here. I think the Epic stack could probably remove it, because shadcn doesn't use it either. It just uses data attributes, which is awesome. And I thought about doing that myself, but didn't, and now I kind of feel like maybe I should have. Okay, so why are you not showing? Oh, there you are. Rats, it's not supposed to be. That should be a dev. Oh, should it? Actually, I think we do use it in production. Whoops. I know that'll feel kind of weird for people watching, but we use Tailwind, our Tailwind config in gosh, this is annoying. In the email stuff, which is pretty rad. Dang it. Kind of think maybe we want to have all this stuff included from the get-go. Great. Okay, there we go. You should be happy. Oh, right. This plugin also is stupid because I have to do this. Okay, good. And then our Tailwind CSS. We're going to add Tailwind CSS. It's going to look like this. I'm in the problem again. It's really cool that I get to suffer through being in the wrong project over and over again, but people who take the workshop will not. Okay. Why is this red? I do not know. Okay. So let's come over here, start the solution. Yeah, we'll look at that maybe. Okay, great. So we've got that. There's one problem. This should justify between. Oh, oh, the HTML is not full. That's interesting. Ah, yes, because I didn't copy that part. Okay, we can do that easily enough. There we go. Sweet. Epic Notes, Epic Notes. Beautiful. So then, when we go to /Cody or users Cody, Boom. It's right there. Now, why is there so much space? Oh, right. Those margins are ridiculous. So said the investor of the Tesla report. Just kidding. All right, so let's see what the actual username route has. Oh, those are the margins that we keep actually. So that's 48 and 36. Cool. That's fine. Yeah, and then we've got our text H1, which is great. And super. So then we go to Cody notes and some note ID. Booyah. We got it. We're a good place. Do. Beautiful. Kind of feel like we should say container on these. That way, yeah. Yep, let's do that. Okay, so in our instructions here, we want this to say container. And that actually already says container. But this is not what we want it to be. So here, we're going to pause right here. I'm going to copy this. Keep that in my clipboard for a sec. Then we're going to delete this. We're going to create it again based off of this problem. Then we're going to go into the README and paste it. And then we're going to go in routes, delete that directory, and we're in a good starting spot for all of this. All right, so let's take a look at our diff between the problem and the solution. So we create these files. Now we just need to tell them, create those things, and then link them to those things. This one should not be. Yeah, our no ID route does not have a container around it, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty darn simple route. Yeah, so let's go to some note ID. Yeah, no class name on this thing. In fact, no div around it at all. Keep it super duper simple. Does not need to be complicated at all. All right. Interesting. That's right. Yeah, we had the container here on medium-sized screens. So what should we do about this? Let's have, let's just do this. Oh, whoops. All right, so what does that end up looking like? Yeah, that's fine. All right, good. So coming back over to our instructions then, we say the Cody profile looks like this. I think that's what it is. Yep. And then we can go to Cody, displayed on the, you notice the, not the star field, the Epic Notes logo in the header and the footer are on the page as well, even though you didn't render those yourself. That's because they're actually already using nested routing. The route you just created is nested inside our route, which renders the outlet now on line 35. Now, OneMin, if you're watching, I did see your pull request on the KCD shop, and I do intend on merging this eventually. I think it's awesome that you're working on this, so thank you for your work on this. And I think this would be a good place to use it, actually. So you just colon and then code file. Yeah, and then somehow it'll show like the file name and stuff. It'll be like a regular code block. I wonder if there's a way to, I should type this out. Okay, just a thought to reduce the amount, yeah. Yeah. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Now let's create the, which route are we going to create now? The notes parent route. And for the notes, okay, so for the users Cody notes, let's create let's see, let's create the file for the and inside of that, we'll start with this without the outlet. Yeah, we'll get this uh-oh thing here in a second. Great. You should see, or you might not see it because you could be blind. So instead we're going to say the h1 of notes should be displayed on the page. That will be true whether or not you are blind. So that's why I write it that way. I'm not perfect at this, but I do try to think about that sort of thing. And I do try. But the Cody from the previous route should not be displayed. That's because we're not using layout nesting here, thanks to the, oh, whoops, we need the underscore and the plus. Oops. Plus plus. Oh, I wonder what that would do. In the file name. Yep. Cool. Great. Now let's create the route for a specific note. Yeah, that would be a good one to do first. This one will be nested inside the for this, I don't think it's, you know what, we had the details thing here. We're just gonna do this. Let's talk about what these symbols, special characters, mean for remix flat routes. And no, we're gonna do that. Okay, coming back here. Useful to have another folder of nesting. So instead of the plus syntax, for a directory, we'll just add notes dot to the file name. And then this will be notes dot some note ID, some note ID. Okay, I was just distracted for a second thinking maybe instead of some note ID it should just be some note, but yeah, we'll just go with that. All right, so great, I broke something. Yes, okay, that is probably this, maybe. Let's see. I know I had something similar. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, I did the same thing. All right, there's some problem here. I wonder if Prettier will tell me. Nope, it formats it, no problem. Rats. MDXJS. Playground. Will you tell me? Compile has an error. Closing slash in tag. Line 42. Oh, whoops. I forgot the details. Whoop, there we go. All's well. That's unfortunate. I think it's this stuff. Well, that's unfortunate also. Okay, we're all good now. Right, so here we're just gonna grab this. Super. Now, let's go to, oh, come on. We had it. There it is. Uh-oh. We still just have notes, right? Yeah. Notes on the screen. But the URL has our some note ID. In it. If you like, you don't have to CD into it. Actually, you can CD into playground and run. If you do that, it'll print this. Well, okay, we probably better find out what it would print. So let's come here, set our playground. Whoops. Well, that is unexpected. Also, I need to fix that at some point. I'm thinking we've got a node modules problem because I installed things in a funny way. So let's delete that and delete that and run install. Oh, great. Node scripts fix. There we go. And now our node modules still has ES-build. Oh, great. ES-build, ES-build. Huh. Why does ES-build show up in here? Yeah, it shows up in here too. Do I have ESBuild in the root or something? That's strange. Oh, the workshop app has ESBuild 0.18. Which forces the rest of this right here is why I'm thinking about moving the workshop app into an app you install, so that's packaged. So that it doesn't mess up with dependencies. Because now, yeah, the playground is... Man, can I just say, Oneman, thank you so much for these toast messages. This helps an enormous amount. I can see exactly what the problem is. That would have been hidden right here. So thank you. Okay, so I think the solution here is to add ESBuild to the root. And now, yeah, there we go. ESBuild doesn't have to be in any of these. So eventually though, definitely would like to make it work better. There we go. Okay, great. So now let's follow the instructions in the playground. So let's start the app. Great. How fun is that? Lots of fun. That's how fun. All right. I think maybe our index should do more than just have a to-do. We'll look at that later. Click here to create this. Creating, then copy and paste. And then go to here. Boom. That's amazing. And then that's interesting that there's that giant gap there. Let's see. Nested inside. Okay, now let's create yada yada yada. So I created that file, click here to create it, boom, created. And then starting with this, and then going here, and 404 not found. That's interesting. Definitely expected it to be found. Now it is found. Good. I was too fast, I guess. And yeah, there it is. Now we're going to create this one. We're going to copy this. And then let's go here. Yep, there we go. And we're like, oh no, it's not working. Why ever not? And so then we say cd into playground and px remix routes, pb copy, and stick that in here. See, that is much better, honestly. And the line number we care about is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 through 7, I think. Oh, whoops, and it formatted. I think we actually just want 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 to 9. There we go. Doesn't that look great? And look, it has light mode too. It looks great in both. I actually think it should extend all the way across. I don't know why it's not. I wonder if the node number is the reason. Yeah, interesting. Also, even with that, it shouldn't have that padding. Yeah, I don't want that padding. Where's that padding coming from? Pros, not pre-code. I feel like this should not apply. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, I do want no number, but I do want that to span all the way across, so I need to think about that sometime. Okay, great. So the routes are definitely there. What's going on? Well, remember that we're nesting our routes. And we wouldn't want Remix to just stick the UI for each nested route one below the other. As the developer, we want to control where the nesting actually happens. The parent contains the child, which contains the grandchild, etc. So what we need is to have the parent users Cody. It's actually users Cody notes to tell Remix where to put the child. Users Cody notes some note ID. And we'll do this using the outlet component. Here's a quick example of how this works. Here's the parent, here's the child. Yep, exactly. So go ahead and open the Cody notes TSX file, and we want to open that whoops. All right, we need the Cody underscore. And oh man, we'll get it eventually. Cody plus great. And we want to be on line 4. Yeah, column 99. That makes sense because it's just like stick me on the end and get the outlet component and then render it below the H1. Yeah. Great. And now user Cody notes some note ID, shows the title, yada yada. Okay, so if I do that, outlet, yep, and now some note. Dun, 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 dun. Definitely expected those to be side by side. I thought yeah, we want that. There we go. Okay, good stuff. You know what? It just occurred to me. I've been writing this novel for years, and I kind of stopped writing it because I'm doing a big revision that involves changing a lot of the story points and stuff, and it's just really difficult. And it's not very fun. And what I'm doing right now is basically that. It used to be Rocket Rental and renters and hosts and stuff, and now I'm moving it to notes. And yeah, that's just kind of interesting. Yeah. I'm going to make a lot more money doing this than finishing my novel, which is probably the motivating factor that's making this possible, sadly. Capitalism, yeah. Okay, so now it shows Cody, yeah, so now we don't have the renter. One thing that will be another thing that will be really useful for us is to have some default content that shows up on the user's Cody notes page when we're not on a specific note. Yes. Something like, please select a note or something. We can do that by adding an index route to the notes route. And that will create that right next to our some note ID route. Stick this in there, and let's see what is in there. And actually, I want it to say, what does our index say here? Select a node. This is exactly what I want it to say. Now, if we navigate to, come on, Copilot, thank you. Great. So if I do that, click that, and then copy this, stick it in there, and then we go, boom, select a node. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Awesome. And then this is where we talked about index routes the old way. All right, stellar. That's a good exercise right there. We learn some really useful things. So let's just check our diff. Yeah, that all looks good. Yeah, that's just adding files, and we describe those files in here. That's the trick with lots of the exercises. I can put Cody the Koala inside the files that you're working in, but when you're creating new files, can't really do that. So yeah, you can say open all files, and it will create all of them all at once, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thank you, OneMin, for building that. All right. Still don't know why that's red, but oh, right. I wanted to make this be a cooler homepage. So let's see what we can do from our index here. If we can grab at least some pieces of it. Not all of it, though. We're not going to get the logos or the tooltip or the meta function. Gonna need to think about that. I mean, maybe we could. Maybe we could do all that. Let me think about that. We don't really do anything else for this page. So we could just bring all of the marketing over. What would happen if we did that? Not all of marketing, but well, first of all, the logos, I think we could lose. Yeah, let's not do that. just have the index, and this can be just a cool, just some cool thing, I guess. Where's our favicon? Yeah, what if we do this? Div. I'm looking at the problem. Let's look at the problem right here. And go to the home page. All right, so then we say class name, container, and home. Nice. But then we say, I wonder what would happen if I said dark. Nothing happens. Oh, but then we say BG. No. Why does, that's interesting. Kind of expected it to go to dark mode. Because our Tailwind CSS here, that's in the base layer. I still don't understand how the layer thing works. Oh well. All right, I don't care that much. So here, let's have Epic Notes built with the Epic stack, and then we'll have a SVG use favicon.svg and height 40, width 40. See what happens. That is not what I expected to happen. Maybe it's white. Nope. It's just not showing up. Oh, right, because it's not hosted there. That's right. Import a favicon from assets favicon. Yeah, there we go. Still, that is a puzzlement. I'm doing something wrong, something very obviously wrong. Oh, it's probably all these other attributes that, like, I always ignore, but are actually quite important. Still nothing. Huh. I wonder if you have to have the hash at the end. That would be, no, I think I know why. It's probably because the when you use, it needs a symbol in there. That's probably what's going on. Okay. So try this. All right, Copilot, what do I do? What? All right. There it is. Beautiful. We got kids out here yelling at each other. There we go. And then, yeah, the favicon has this stuff in it already, which is like maybe not the best. Maybe we should just do this actually. Let me get rid of the style stuff. Okay, and we can say this is whoops. I can't remember. That is not what I want. It is content center. Yeah, there it is. That is not what I expected. Hold on a second. Which of these properties is it that I actually want? Align items center. That's what I want. Yeah, okay. And then let's add a gap of 2. How about 3? And maybe put epic notes after the icon. You know what? I think it actually makes more sense to put it next to the part where it says built with the Epic Stack, because this is the Epic Stack logo after all. And now this will probably be more appropriately sized at 4. And we stick all that on here. And whoops. Yeah. Five is not, yeah. That seems more like it. I wonder what happens if I remove that now. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then we can make this a little bigger. Is 6 a thing? I think it is, yeah. And let's give it a gap of 2 now. Okay, great. And let's also say text muted. Foreground. BG muted, rounded, XL. Let's see. I think we want this flex inline maybe. Oops. And padding X of 6 and padding Y of 4. Maybe this should be 8. Now that's interesting. Why is this all of a sudden not? Oh, because flex inline isn't a thing? Oops. There it is. There we go. Cool. Okay, here's a trippy thing we're gonna do. Maybe. It'd be kind of fun. Oops. Where's like the I think that'll kind of like take people back a little bit, which will be kind of fun. Yeah, that'll be fun. To make that nicer though, we're gonna say flex call, justify between, or yeah, between, put this all in a div. Oh, and height full. Yeah, there you go. So then you get it at the bottom. I'm trying to remember how much we interact with the root. I think we interact with it a fair bit. Like with data loading, do we touch the root in data loading? I should just delete the playground over here so that it will default to what I want it to. We're looking at data loading. Okay. So yeah, we don't do anything with the root there. And then here, I'm gonna sneeze. Man, that's so dissatisfactory. I need to sneeze. Don't do anything with the root there. We'll do something with the root here, but how negatively impactful is that? The thing that I'm thinking is maybe we put that built with love thing by like inside the root. So here we do stuff with the root for scripting. But yeah, we already have the loader in here by that time, so it's not going to be really a problem. So yeah. And here I think Yeah, I think we're good there. Okay, yeah, it's not going to get in the way. It'll just be a fun little surprise for people. So root tsx. Oh, well, okay, fine. Okay, root. Where are you? Where's my loader thing? I need to bring in the new ESLint rule that I just merged from Jacob, because it would auto fix that, and that would be really nice. Let's see. This is not going to look good. Maybe that looks okay. Yeah, that looks fine. It'll be great until we add the theme switcher. But yeah. Yeah, that'll be pretty fun. People will see that and be like, whoa, 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 how did you get my username in this app? And I'll be like, well, that's the power of dynamic stuff. Okay. And then if I add dark, it still looks amazing, and that is cool. Yeah, that's sweet. All right, love that. So we're gonna add that and the changes to the root to our solution. That will look much nicer, more professional. Make people feel like they're working in a real app, which of course they are. So yeah, there we go. Boom, set the playground, and this should update automatically. But it did not, it blew up. But yeah, we're good. Look at that. Isn't that great? And then if I switch this to be at the solution, it should look the same. And I should be able to navigate to a couple places like Cody Notes. Dun, dun, dun. It still has Built with Love by so-and-so. And then let's also update the problem. I've made a few improvements to the app's home page since you were last in here. You'll there we go. I think I even have a class name aside. Can't remember. I think I need just class. What happens if I do that? Yeah, there we go. I always mix things up when I'm in MDX. Yeah, it's kind of a funny place to be. But yeah, so that just makes it a little smaller. All right, so when they show up here, and they'll see that and they'll be like, oh, it looks cool. Nice. Yep, looks awesome. Alrighty, so part of me is thinking maybe we should bring in the sprite stuff in here, but what I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna look at, oh, update icons empty. What is this? Thank you. Oh yeah, I need to look at those. I will. This. It's just no duplicate imports. Now, with that change, I should be able to be like, remix action, save, boom. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. That is so nice. Why did it take so long for that to be a thing? I don't know, but I'm happy that we're good now. All right, so that took definitely like all of the time I thought I'd have for routing, plus an extra 28 minutes. So yeah, we're making progress though, so that's good. Commit first routing step. And let's see what we still have left to do for the routing step. Links and params. Yeah, that's easy. That'll be pretty quick. Let's just double check. We're in a good place with the diff here. Yep. Okay, so then we go here and say O2 problem links. So we can add links between these pages. Let's look at the difference between problem links and problem or solution links. Here we go. And we just added a bunch of links to there. For us, just had a thought. We just brought a bunch of stuff in from like custom Tailwind config and stuff. What we have here between styling and routing, the diff, we can look at that diff. Between the last and this, these changes, with the exception of this hilarious, awesome thing, this, well, and with the exception of the username thing too, I guess. Mostly what I'm talking about is the Tailwind stuff. All of this is a tutorial, not a workshop. Whoops. Made a mistake here. That's interesting. Oh, it's showing up in two places. Okay. Let's make sure that this shows up. Yeah, it does. Okay. There we go. So regenerate that, and this will go away. Yeah, good. Okay. Great. So yeah, we don't need to worry about that. But I was thinking about shadcn, and we're gonna start probably bringing some of that stuff in at some point, maybe. And would that be a good thing to really talk about in the workshop? Probably not. That's another tutorial. Tutorials are things that are like procedural, like things you don't really need to know. You just follow a couple steps and then you move on with your life, like things you don't need to remember. Almost like the routing stuff, but we do routing a lot, and it is important to understand how it all works, so can't really skip that. But anyway, it's break time, so I'm going to take a break. I'll see you in about 5 minutes. All right, sorry, I just had to take a quick break for addressing the milk fiasco going on Twitter right now. This is pretty serious. So if you haven't seen it, go check out Twitter. It's all over the place. It's nuts. All right, so let's continue now with our next section on routing, which is just links. Pretty easy peasy thing that we're doing here. So we've got links here, routes, users, Cody. Here, let's actually probably be easier to do this in the solution. Oh, and I need to update this README. There's a lot. There's a lot more to learn about links, or no, about routing. In Remix, your best friend is npx remix routes. Command which will help you figure out why how your routes are structured based on your file structure. The key concepts are layout, nesting, and URL nesting. Once you nail those two concepts, then routing in Remix will be much more straightforward. Okay. Great. Now, let's add some links. Here, routes, users, Cody. So on the Cody page, we should have a link. Yep. To notes. Here, let's see. What do I do in here? Yeah, I don't underline them or anything, but we're going to underline these. And let's get this one running. Solution, start app. I broke something, I guess. Ah, good grief. I am so sick of that. I need to figure out something for this. Every time I make a new one of these, like, just have this thing running in the background or something. So annoying. All right, so we go /users, Cody. Definitely expected there to be our links thing here. Am I looking at the, no, that's the solution. Am I editing the solution? Yep, that's solution, links. Oh, I'm looking at 01, 02. Here, let's stop this app. There we go. Okay, notes. Why is this? Oh, dang it. I did a find replace. There should be a container. Where is my username thing here? Yeah. There we go. All right, cool. So that's that link. And then in notes here, we'll do div All right, cool. And then that. Yeah, let's do UL li for both of these. And when we're all said and done, I guess we could use nav links. Yeah, let's do the nav links. That one's not going to be a nav link, but this will. Maybe we can do this as a separate step. Yeah, no, it's really not that much. I don't have the cn util, do I? Okay. There we go. Whoops. That is crazy. I definitely thought that would have worked. Huh. I thought that would work. React router. Whoop. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure I understand that. See what that does. Huh. I don't understand this. Relative to the route hierarchy. So, ... will go up one route level. Occasionally. Contact and edit contact do not share additional UI layout. I think I've got a similar situation, I think. Yeah, that's the case. So because we don't share additional UI layout, we want the path to be the relative piece. That's interesting. Definitely was not planning on covering that in the workshop, but here it is now. So, ooh, I just realized I almost forgot something important. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, that's definitely the solution for us. Today I learned. That's fun. Okay, yeah, cool. So let's look at the diff between our problem and solution. So we add a link here. That's pretty straightforward. And then we add this link, path relative, and this nav link. You know what? Let's also do this. Let's remove the link from the logo and we'll have them add it in this exercise. That way they get some experience doing non-relative routes also. Oh, whoops. Great, so now we have the root also where we add that. Okay, so now we'll come to here to our problem. I need to fix this so that when it's active, it's also the right color. Yeah, there's something funny going on there. All right, so come here to our README. Links. Our users want to get around. Hold on a second. Do we talk about links in here? Mm-hmm. All right. The application quickly. So we want, we're going to add a few links in a couple places. We want the logo in the header and footer to link to slash. We want the on the link to app to users Cody page, we want the to link to the user's notes route. Yeah, I'm going to be a little ambiguous on purpose here. Send them over to the docs. I wonder, does React or Remix docs link? Yeah. The link component in Remix is a wrapper around the link component from React Router. So you can learn all about it in the React Router link docs. Okay. To link to the user's note route. On the link to app to users Cody notes route, we should link back to the users Cody route page. On the link to app to users Cody notes some note ID. We should also link to the users, some note ID route. And that's it, actually. Let's see. I think that's as a bit of extra credit. Do your best to leverage relative routes where you can, rather than hard coding the full path of the route. This will make it easier to move files around relative to also look into the nav link component so you can highlight the active link in the link to the some note ID route. When that child route is active. Okay, great. And I think that will be awesome. And then here, I want to say links have been around since the beginning of the web and allow users to discover more about the site they're using. Taking advantage of relative links and the nav link component makes it easier to what does it make it easier to do? Provide the user a great experience and relative links to move things around and provide the user a great experience. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now we've got a problem. What is the problem? We are missing a closing paragraph tag or something? What? What's going on here? There's nothing complicated in this one. Oh, yep, right there. I think sometimes it crashes. There we go. Okay, so we set that up. Let's check the diff. There are our files. There they are. Switching this to here means that open it in app 1 will open it in the problem app. Switch this div to a link from remix run react. That's where it is, right? Yeah, yep, okay. And link to slash. And do the same thing here. Okay, stellar. Awesome. All right, great. All right, great. Okay, good. And now let's commit what we got. Links done. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you all. I mean, I'm always honest. I don't think that I'm ever intentionally dishonest. But I'm gonna say something, I guess, that I think when people say I'm gonna be honest with you, what they're actually saying is I'm going to tell you something that is information I wouldn't normally volunteer. I'm going to volunteer some information that I normally wouldn't just bring up, but I'm going to do that. And that is, I think I'm going to get smashed by finishing preparing all these workshops. I think the next couple weeks for me are going to be extremely difficult. And that's just because, like, this is a workshop that like I've done it. Like, why do I have a data DB in here? What the heck is that? I don't even have Prisma in here. Prisma. Yeah, there's... Okay, maybe some... Huh. I guess we do have Prisma in here. But I don't have, like... Okay, I've got, like, some stuff to clean up. Because, yeah, we have nothing in here that's going to need Prisma. Yeah, we should just delete all that. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to just get destroyed these next couple weeks. There's just so much to do. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, we got all this Prisma stuff. We're not using Prisma. Okay, and then I'm going to use ChatGPT. Oh, I was looking in the wrong one. That's what's going on. That makes sense. That's better. Yeah, no Prisma. We don't need Prisma. Not for this workshop. Okay. Yeah, I just have like a ridiculous amount of stuff to do, is all. And I'm feeling that pressure. It's also just like super exhausting work. It's very, very exhausting work. But these workshops are so good. So, what do you do? Okay, so continuing. Params. All right. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. We're going to do like an in-memory database, which will work just fine. So we'll deal with that later. Okay, great. Let's see, how are we going to do the note? I think maybe we should add the database, like add a in-memory database sort of thing. Here, let's go to the solution. And so first of all, this is going to be username. This will be username. And this will be note ID. Oh, right, we're just doing params right now, so we haven't talked about data loading and stuff. We'll get to that later. Oh, also, I forgot I wanted to talk about route-based link exports. Yeah, we'll have to think about where we're going to do that. Mess something up. Yep, there it was. I did it again. Oh, back to Cody. Whoops. Yeah, maybe this we can say. This is good because then it can show you don't have to be in the route to get the param. Now that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's look at our diff between here and there. And yeah, we're renaming some files. So all right. Okay, good. Oh, whoops. That was a mistake. All right. Okay. Good. Great. I actually feel like that one's done. So now the tricky bit is, what about route module links? Maybe this is something that we just talk about right here. Let's see. All right, that's as far as we're going to go there. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about it, but we're not going to get any further. Let me think. Data loading. All right. Finish exercise 3. Or, well, that was exercise 2. There we go. Oops. All right. Kind of thinking I want to take a bit of an extended break. Got to go in here and fix that. Oh, it's not running. That explains that. All right, so let's see. Yeah, loading data. Here we are. So this is tricky because I want to hold off on bringing in a database until we get to the data modeling one. So we have to get through the full stack foundations and web forms before we get to an actual database. And so let's think, what is the easiest way to do this? I mean, there are packages that will make doing this sort of thing easy. MSW has one. No, that. Maybe we just use this. Or maybe we just bring in the database and say, we'll talk about data modeling later. Because the one thing that I like to show off in here, I think that we talk about it. No, we don't, actually. But when I'm teaching it, something that I like to do is Yeah, something I like to do is show off that you can send less data, and it's all type safe and everything too. I can still do that. Yeah, I can still do that without a real database. Yeah, I think I might jump into this. But I'm going to take an extended break. So that means I'm turning off the live stream. We'll start up again later, probably. So thanks for joining. And yeah, we'll probably see you in not too long. I don't expect I'll take a long break, but I just need to go for a little walk or something. So see you in a bit.